during the rehearsal. I thought, this is crazy. I'm 20 years old and auditioning for Frank Zappa. This is ridiculous. But I went down, he told me to learn all these songs, and of course he pulled all these songs that I didn't know, you know. And he was so, you should ask Vinny, because Vinny was there, how brutal he was on me. I couldn't even believe it. He made it so difficult. There's one thing, and I know this isn't necessarily a Frank interview, but I'll tell you the story, it's great. This is during my audition. He says, and Frank would like play these things on the guitar, and he had a certain technique, but he wasn't like a shredder or anything like that, you know. And he'd play something, he'd say, play that. And I go, okay, and I play it. And he goes, okay, now, play it in 7/8. I say, okay, and I play it in 7. He goes, okay, now play it reggae 7/8. I'm like, okay, and I do it, and he goes, okay, now add this note. Okay, and I do it. Playing reggae 7/8, and I'm adding these notes. And he goes, okay, add this note. And it was impossible. It just was physically impossible, not just for me, but for anybody. You know, I said, oh, I can't do that. And he goes, I hear Linda Ronstadt is looking for a guitar player.
That's classic.
Give me an impossible thing, you know. And at the end of the rehearsal, I went, and he was just other things too, you know. But at the end of the rehearsal, I went up to him. I said, thanks for inviting me. I'm really sorry. I'm going to go home now. He goes, you're in the band. And I hugged him.
I saw you that first tour when you came through Columbus, Ohio, which is where I'm from.
Yeah.
And
that was a tough tour for me, man. Not because of the music, but because I was young. I was out on tour. It was all this stuff, you know, all this staying up all night, and, you know, just. As this kid, you know, I grew up in my bedroom, just playing the guitar, and all of a sudden you're out there, and there's you know, groupies and all that stuff, and up all night. By the time I got to Texas, I turned yellow. I did. It's completely dehydrated. I was just awful. But he was always cool. He was always great. I think the definition of a genius is a person that's able to call into play this inspiration very simply and organically at any time they want. And I've seen Frank do this constantly. But then again, there's times where even, you know, you're at your best. And at this particular event, which was Soundcheck, Zoodle Lords, Halloween, New York City Palladium, Frank just played the guitar like I've never seen anybody in my life.